The Pixel 8 Pro cameras have a lot to live up to. I mean, hello Pixel 7 Pro Era Tour pics. Can you even? So this is your complete Google Pixel 8 Pro camera review, including the best features. Hey friends, I'm Tasia Custode, and I'm gonna jump right to the chase. The Pixel camera system has been a complete game changer for me, and I've been lucky enough to be gifted a Google Pixel 8 Pro. But don't worry, I'm testing out all these camera features and telling you like it is. So first things first, we're gonna talk about the camera system. Here are all the camera specs. Pixel 8 Pro features a 3-camera system on the back. We've got a 50 megapixel Octa PD wide camera with an 82-degree field of view. There's a 48 megapixel quad PD ultra wide camera with autofocus and 125.5 degree field of view. And to be clear, Pixel 7 Pro has a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and this is a 48 megapixel, so it's quite a jump. And rounding out the rear cameras is a 48 megapixel quad PD telephoto camera with 21.8 degree field of view, 5 times optical zoom, and super res zoom up to 30 times. On the front, we've got a 10.5 megapixel dual PD selfie camera. So this is again a slight drop like we've seen the last couple years in the megapixels on the front camera, but we've got autofocus on this front-facing camera with a wider field of view at 95 degrees. So even though there's been a bit of a drop in the front-facing megapixels over the years, Pixel does what Pixel does best, and it really relies on its computational photography here. In terms of video, on the back, we've got up to 4K video recording capabilities with 24, 30, or 60 frames per second. With the front camera, we've also got 4K video recording at 24, 30, and 60 frames per second. Of course, I'll get into all of the incredible photo, video, and audio features, but we can't talk about any of those without talking about Google Tensor G3. Tensor G3 is obviously what's powering all of Pixel 8 Pro's insane camera and editing features, or a lot of what Google is billing as their AI features. This is one powerful chip, allowing them to improve on their advanced AI, computational photography, performance, and more. It's important to keep Tensor G3 in mind as we run through all of Pixel 8 Pro's camera features, because there are some seriously insane things you can do with this baby. And as is customary, no photo or video you see today has had any type of touch-ups, nothing been done before or after to fix any of the images or videos. I really want you to get the feel of Pixel 8 Pro's camera capabilities if you were to just take her right out of the box and start snapping pics and shooting vids. So let's first go over what the Pixel 8 Pro camera app looks like, because that's been restructured. Pixel 8 Pro camera app looks a little bit different now. You're gonna notice an update to the menu and mode options. So under the shutter button, you've got your modes as you're used to, but now camera and video modes are on their own toggle. So under your camera modes, you can toggle video on, and then that's gonna open all the video modes under that record button. There's also a settings gear icon on the bottom left where you can adjust your photo and video settings. So in photo settings, as an example, you have general settings with night sight, top shot, your timer, macro, and ratio. But check it out, we've also got pro settings now. Here you can ramp up your resolution from 12 megapixel to 50 megapixel. Yes, please. So this is what I've set mine to, by the way. You can also shoot in RAW. And as a side note, if you shoot in RAW, those RAW photos will be saved in a separate folder in Google Photos. You can select your lens preference from auto to manual in the Pro settings as well. We've also got our manual toggles accessed from the bottom right now. Here you can adjust brightness, shadow, white balance, focus, shutter speed, and ISO. Now, before we jump into the new to Pixel 8 Pro features, let's talk about some existing features that aren't new to this girl, but they've gotten some great little tweaks or updates. And we're gonna start with night sight. Night sight on Pixel 8 Pro is still doing its thing and doing it well. So I snapped a few photos of Poppy at night, and she came out well lit and surprisingly in focus, even though I swear to you, she will not sit still. And as per usual, I snapped a photo of some of our Halloween decor out front, and it captured the spooky essence of our yard, taking in the spotlight color perfectly. Motion modes like action pan and long exposure are also still great as well, and they're finally out of beta. Now let's talk about ultra wide shots for a second. Remember, though ultra-wide is not new to Pixel 8 Pro, obviously it's now a 48 megapixel camera up from 12 megapixels. So naturally, these ultra-wide photos are awesome. I'm really happy with the colorization of the photos. The clarity is really impressive. There's also very little distortion that I've noticed on these ultra-wide shots. Both wide and ultra-wide are rendered beautifully without any noise really, only, of course, disruptions from Poppy. Now, when it comes to super res zoom, I don't really notice a difference between my 7 Pro and the 8 Pro. That's not necessarily a bad thing though. So here I snapped a photo of a palm tree, all fine and good, and then I just kept cranking it up, and I was still quite happy with the quality. But then when we crank all the way to 30 times zoom, it's definitely not a clear image. You lose a lot of that crispness. So I'm still not over the moon on 30 times zoom, but how often are you really using that? You may or may not recall my epic Pixel 7 Pro Eras Tour concert pics. So the 7 Pro was rocking at anywhere from 2 to 10 times zoom in low light with lots of movement, sometimes fog, and me generally losing my mind. So I would anticipate Pixel 8 Pro to knock concert photography out of the park as well. But you can see why I have a rather unhealthy love of my Pixel 7 Pro. Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, yes, Pixel 8 Pro camera. Now I know you're wondering about portrait mode on Pixel 8 Pro and how it renders out those photos. And I gotta say, I'm gonna be honest, it's a thing of beauty. Okay, so truth time, I think I went a little crazy taking portraits with Pixel 8 Pro. You know I love to test how it renders out hair in portrait mode, and I have to say it is doing better than ever on Pixel 8 Pro. I feel like I say this every year, but I swear to you, it really is better than ever. So none of these shots have been edited, and you can see how the light was hitting, say, one side of my face as opposed to the other. So let's head into our editor and make a little portrait light edit to add some light to the other side of my face. Portrait lights probably remained one of my favorite, maybe even one of my most used Pixel features. And of course, we could also adjust portrait blur in our edit settings as well while we're here. But just to drive home the point on portrait mode, here's a snap of Poppy, and it really has nice edging around her fur, and the colorization without any edits I think is already quite lovely. Photo unblur also works like a charm on Pixel 8 Pro as well. I love it to just slightly sharpen up those little bit out of focus images. Ah, chef's kiss. So here's another example. I caught this as a bit of a fluke, but I thought it was still really cool with my hair blurred, but I didn't want my face kind of out of focus like that. I wanted that a little bit sharper. So voila. Thank you, Photo Unblur. I'm also happy to report that macro focus is still great on Pixel 8 Pro. So here are some detailed shots of some of the cacti around my backyard. Like this poor little guy is thankfully coming back to life after a hard summer, but it captured its stem quite beautifully. All right, let's look at some video examples before we jump to the big guns, and we'll start with blur, formerly known as cinematic blur. With cinematic blur enabled, you can set the focus and the Pixel takes care of the rest, creating a blurred background in video mode. It's basically like portrait mode, but for video. So this little video of Poppy is just, I think, so great. I love Pixel's video capabilities. And of course, you could leave your focus set as is, or you could rack focus like a professional videographer. All you have to do is tap on the other subject you want to bring into focus, and voila, your focus changes. So if you're familiar with Pixel at all, you might also remember cinematic pan. Well, this is just known as pan now. So with pan video mode enabled, your videos are half speed and smooth as silk. This produces more cinematic video shots on your Pixel device. And with that, it's time for the main show. All of the incredible computational photography packed inside Pixel 8 Pro. And we're gonna start with an upgrade to Magic Eraser. I have been obsessed with Magic Eraser since it first came out a few years ago, and I'm happy to tell you, it just keeps getting better. You can now remove larger objects and shadows attached to those objects with better background rendering than before. So Poppy kept photobombing me, so I just quickly removed her, and look at what a great job it's done now. It's even added the grout lines of the tile. You'd have no idea she was there. So then for good measure, I took out the table too, and again, you would never know it was there. I even tested this on an older photo that was shot with Pixel 7 Pro, and check this out. It takes out all the people as well as you would expect, but let's circle the cars here. And wow, it's done a fabulous job of rendering the bushes and the gravel in the parking lot where the cars were. How great is this? Magic Eraser remains one of my most used and arguably, my favorite feature on a Pixel device. Like seriously, what did we ever do before it? And speaking of erasing things, why should that remain just a photo feature? Wouldn't it be nice if we could erase unwanted audio from our videos on Pixel? Well, guess what? We can with Audio Magic Eraser. I swear this is going to blow your mind. Listen to this test I did. I took this quick video of Poppy and the birds were so loud in the background, and I was dragging my sandals on the ground a bit to make some extra noise in the video, all while I was talking to Poppy. So here's what this actually sounds like.
Hello, Poppy. Do you think we can take the sound of the birds out?
So let's remove some of that noise, shall we? From a video, tap on Edit. Here you're gonna tap on the audio option, and you'll now see an all new audio eraser option. All you have to do is tap on audio eraser. From here, Pixel 8 Pro will automatically categorize all the different sounds for you in the video into their own isolated tracks. So for this video, it's picked up nature sounds, which are the birds, and it's got noise as well, which I'm assuming probably are my shoes. So I'm gonna tap on nature, and here I can crank that slider to leave as much or as little of the nature sound as I want in the video. I'm gonna take that baby all the way down. You can preview it by playing it in the editor as well, so you know your levels. I'm gonna do the same thing with the noise that it's isolated here, and I'm gonna crank that all the way down as well. You will not believe what this sounds like now. Seriously, sit down. Here's a reminder of the video before.
Do you think we can take the sound of the birds out?
And now listen.
Hello, Poppy. Do you think we can take the sound of the birds out?
Can you even believe? I don't know how year after year Google just keeps blowing my mind with all of their computational AI mastery baked into their Pixel devices. What even is this sorcery? And can you even imagine what we're gonna have in a few years? I can't. Stop. No, you stop. Okay. At the risk of my brain completely exploding from my skull, let's talk about another all-new feature, Magic Editor. Again, I'm gonna need you to sit down for this one. With Magic Editor, you can resize and reposition your subject in a photo. In your editor, tap on the Magic Editor option on the bottom left, and then simply tap or circle the object you want to move or resize. You can zoom in on the image to really make sure you capture every part of the subject. Then tap and hold on the subject to move it around or scale it up. So Pixel is regenerating the background here in this example, but it'll also give you a few options to choose from, and depending on your shot, it can even give you contextual suggestions to improve the lighting and background, like changing the sky as an example. So Google showed a really good example of this, of how you can even see how it not only regenerates the background, but it generates the rest of the tent in this image. So I tried it with that photo of me that Poppy had photobombed, and I decided to make myself a little bit bigger and move myself a little closer to the camera. You would be hard pressed to tell that this was not the original photo. I'm blown away. This is Magic Editor in its infancy, so Google is asking for feedback as you test it out so that they can improve the photo editing capabilities. I'm obsessed. But that's not all Pixel 8 Pro can do, because why would 2 new features even be enough? I want to introduce you to another all-new Pixel 8 Pro feature called Best Take. This is like face swapping at its finest. Best Take is perfect for your group shots. It works by looking for similar photos and analyzing the faces in the photos in order to isolate them and give you the option to swap out an expression for a better expression. I know. So naturally, I tested this out for us to make sure it works as advertised. So here's a group shot that we took the other night, and it was also at night outside a restaurant, so just making that pixel camera work extra hard. We made sure to take a few similar shots and purposely had people look away or not smile, and look at my face in this photo. So to use Best Take on Pixel 8 Pro, you just tap on Edit, then tap on Tools. Here, Best Take should appear for you. All you gotta do is tap on Best Take, and Pixel 8 Pro will now search for similar images. Then all you have to do is tap on a face thumbnail underneath the photo and select a better take. Can you even freaking handle this? And this will do this for as many faces as it can in the group shot since it's pulling from similar images. This is wild and it looks so natural. You would never be able to tell what our actual expressions were in the original shot. For some of my pics, it even automatically adjusted the face in Best Take for me. Consider me Stunnalina. So Best Take is new to Pixel, but it's not necessarily a new feature out in the world. I believe it was Nokia who did something very similar, I want to say around 10 years ago. So my assumption is they were just ahead of the times, and obviously Pixel 8 Pro has dialed in this feature. Seriously, how cool. So before we wrap up all this Google goodness, let's talk about two features that are coming soon. Video Boost is getting an upgrade that will allow for night sight in video. So you know how Pixel is great at rendering night sight photos? Well, picture that, but for video now. Google says this is a feature drop that is coming soon, and a little birdie told me that it's going to be perhaps sometime in December. So you know as soon as this hits, I'm gonna dive into it for you. The second feature that's coming soon is Zoom Enhance. Yes, just like on our favorite crime shows and CSI where they look at grainy security footage and they're like, Zoom Enhance. Well, we're soon gonna be able to do just that. You'll soon be able to zoom in on a photo after the fact and crop to what you want the focus to be. Using generative AI, Zoom Enhance fills in the gaps between the pixels and predicts fine details, resulting in a sharper image. Love it. Pixel 8 Pro is a content creator's dream. Seriously, influencers, are you listening? I still can't believe that part of my job is playing around with the Pixel 8 Pro and testing out the camera features for you. What even is life? So now for my final verdict. Do I think Pixel 8 Pro is the best smartphone camera on the market? You know I do. Though I will be running a comprehensive head-to-head test with iPhone 15 Pro, so be sure to check back for that video too. I gotta hold myself accountable. For the prosumer, even portrait mode alone packs a big punch. You'd be hard-pressed to find somebody that is not impressed by it. The only knock I really have is that I'm still not impressed with the 30 times zoom or super res zoom, though I guess I've really never even needed that in real life. With literally just pointing and shooting, the images produced are stunning. Even after all these years testing pixels, it's still hard to believe some of these portraits, wide angle, night sight, and macro images, not to mention all the computational photography it's packing. So is Pixel 8 Pro worth the upgrade if you have a Pixel 7 Pro? We've already been over my unhealthy obsession with my Pixel 7 Pro. You would think that I think Taylor Swift is living inside that device. That's how unhealthy my love is for that device. So I'm trying to put that bias aside. I think with the 3 new features, Best Take, Magic Editor, and Audio Magic Eraser, Pixel 8 Pro is a game changer. Couple those with the update to Magic Eraser, and then all those features that are coming soon, they've really added a lot of bang for the buck. But, and this is a big but, some of these features might trickle down to other Pixel devices, specifically, say, Pixel 6 Pro and Pixel 7 Pro, the ones with Tensor chips. So keep that in mind if you're looking to upgrade based on these AI features. With all that said, yes, I'm officially making the jump to Pixel 8 Pro as my go-to camera. But I'm not getting rid of my Pixel 7 Pro. What do you think I am? Crazy? And of course, there are some features I couldn't touch on today or we'd be here all day. So for that, I have another Pixel 8 Pro review for you, linked in the description below. So what do you think of the Google Pixel 8 Pro camera? What are your favorite features and will you be making the switch? Let everyone know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, well, I wanna know. So give it a like, a share, or leave that comment below. You can click right about here to subscribe to my channel. And would you look at that? Here and here for more Google Pixel 8 Pro goodness. You know you wanna. Now, if you'll excuse me and my Pixel 8 Pro, we've got a lot more photos to shoot. I feel like Buddy the Elf right now. I love you, I love you, I love you! It's that good. I do love you. It's true.